back in 1673, they land 600 Marines up here. And they march down, and they're looking right down inside the fort. There was an elevation here. It's been pretty much leveled out and trimmed away, but you could look right into the fort. This was one of the flaws of the position of the fort. If you could get by the fort was doomed because you could land troops up here and look in.
Yeah, it was so exposed that you could shoot at the boots of the soldiers who were inside the fort. So we're kind of focusing on that shaded area. There's an enlargement of it. You can see on the Castello plan the houses, how they're clustered. There's even some suggestions here of step gables, gardens. We can see some of the fencing along the street. Now again, I don't know how accurate this is, but it does date from the time, and it was made by a surveyor, so it's something to refer to. This is the same block of land, now corrected, so that it's accurate in terms of dimensions. And the same house pattern that you saw from the Castello plan is reflected here on the rooftops of those buildings that you're looking down at. We know quite a bit about who lived in these individual houses. Stokes Iconography has a wonderful description of each parcel. Toya will probably speak a little bit about this. She's been working on this for quite a long time, and there's a wealth of information in there. Also, just as a footnote, there's Stuyvesant's house. This is a blow-up of that part of the Castello. So taking this information, I made maps. These are called maps of what I thought those buildings might look like, so that I could paint those structures. When I say paint, I mean digitally paint those structures for the model. These are a few of the house maps that I made. So here is the same view looking down on the digital model, but now I've painted in all the detail. I've painted in Stone Street, and I've painted in the textures of the roofs and the textures of the gardens. The wonderful thing about digital models is that once you plug in all that information, you can study it three-dimensionally. Here we are looking down on the completed model from a slight aerial view, street level, down Stone Street, looking at Otto's Tavern right here, this building, which you'll see in a few minutes. And that's it for us.